there, you join us at the very beautiful Carnoustie Golf Hotel. I'm Fiona McKenzie, celebrant.
And I'm Julie Murray, celebrant.
And today we're going to talk about two very interesting types of guests you can have at your wedding. They might be noisy, disruptive, unruly. They could also be maybe a little bit hairy. What kind of guests are we talking about, Julie?
Absolutely, well, all will be revealed. Well, first of all, we want to just kind of clue you into the kind of things that us celebrants think about, worry about, bring with us on the day, to be prepared for some of these special guests, but also just to be prepared like a good Boy Scout, I think. So we're going to show you a couple of things that we have in our magic bag, sometimes known as a Mary Poppins bag. You'll see them everywhere. So first of all, Fiona, we always have our blotting pad, don't we?
We do.
Now, some of our lovely couples get a bit stressed when we say, you know, you have to use a fountain pen for the black permanent ink, but you always get a chance to have a little practice on our blotting pad, so just to take that pressure off a little bit.
I always write a little, this is your wedding day, the biggest congratulations. So the first thing is to even sit down is a wee note from me.
That's just so sweet, isn't it? It's just lovely. So what else do we have, Fiona? We have obviously our script. We've taken our time to produce that lovely story with you, and your legal vows, personal vows, all struck in our lovely script. So we make sure the number of times I double check that's in the bag on the way.
Oh gosh,
maybe 5 or 6 times, put my hand in, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets you quite sweaty before the event. And one of my personal favourites, and this is not mine, this is yours, but is the quaith, which is a very beautiful thing to do. Your very first act as a married couple.
Absolutely. Can't forget the pens, so we always bring our lovely fountain pens just to make sure we're guaranteed to have exactly what we need for legal purposes.
And they look nice for the photographs too.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Your favourite, Fiona?
Oh well, you've had me practice this many a time. Of course, a lot of couples like to do the hand fast. If you are looking for a celebrant to do that, speak to Julie.
But not everyone wants these kind of symbolic gestures, but I don't know, I just like to have spares and extras in my bag just in case.
Okay, I have to say that this is the bit that I've been
wonder
waiting
where
for.
that.
Oh yeah, did you sound her?
Don't often take that to weddings.
What we're really talking about today though is those really special guests, our furry friends. So we always bring treats, and I always bring poo bags, and I actually have had to use it for McKenzie, and the staff were very, very happy because they were about to do a beautiful photograph and somebody's dog had left a really nice deposit. And when I went, I've got a poo bag, they were like, oh my god, amazing. So big shout out to Michelle and Joe, because that was your wedding. So you always bring treats. And the other thing I bring is if there are children, which is, you know, often at weddings, I often bring like shells, sticky books, not plasters, but like, you know, stickers and colouring pens, because it's quite nice.
That's it. I mean, sometimes I've seen our lovely colleague Yvonne bringing magic wands, and I think it's just that special touch, isn't it? Because our furry friends and our lovely children, we absolutely adore them, but they can be that little bit unpredictable, and the last thing we want is for anyone to be worried about a child crying or being upset, or a dog leaving deposits, or like running amok. So we always try and reassure everyone, you know what, it's your day, we are just going to be as chilled as possible for you and go with the flow. That's the most important thing. Please don't ever worry. But yeah, there are some things that could help actually if you have some children, or babies in particular, at your wedding.
I always say to all my couples, if they're your tribe and it's your vibe, include them. Just don't expect to control them. That's part of the things that we can support with, isn't it? But often can make the day really memorable, and it's really lovely to see all the little kids running about looking really, really cute. But what are some of the top tips you'd suggest?
So I think particularly for children, for babies, especially young ones, the number of weddings I've been at with brand new babies there, is to just speak nicely to your guests and say, look, just in case there's a wee bit of upset or distress, why not sit at the end of the aisle? So it's easy for you to nip out, come back in again. They don't feel embarrassed, it's not disruptive, and so sometimes that can help as well.
I remember a beautiful wedding I conducted last year at the weaving shed, and in the middle of the ceremony the couple's daughter came running to me and she hugged me, and that just got the biggest, oh my goodness, it was so beautiful, and we still talk about that.
It's precious moments, and that's the thing. Anything goes, and as Fiona said, anything goes. We're here to be there and relax with you, so we want you to be as relaxed as possible as well. The same goes for our furry friends, and I say furry friends, not just our canine friends. All sorts of animals can make an appearance at your wedding. A really special one I did this year, goodness, involved a sheep. A very beautiful sheep. I have to say, I've never seen a sheep as beautiful ever.
Did Andy shout mint sauce?
No,
Okay, good.
absolutely not, thank goodness. They've been kicked out. But the sheep was a ring bearer, so absolutely beautiful. Ring bearer, yeah. And I don't know about you, Fiona, I've never had this experience, but I have heard when sometimes if the pet dog is the ring bearer and they run off.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good to have a decoy on their collar, like 8 rings or something, and you actually have the ring somewhere else. But it just makes life more interesting on the day. That's
Definite top tip. If you are bringing your furry friends, your fur baby, make sure they've been beasted before the ceremony. So get them for a really, really big walk. If you're getting married near water and your dog loves water, you really need to consider that as well. They absolutely, if they're part of your family, it is beautiful to see everybody come back down whatever aisle they have with their dogs in tow. I definitely would welcome any dog at a wedding I'm conducting, because you know I'm absolutely dog nuts. I definitely think that my own social media shows quite a lot of my own dog in it, so so if you want somebody to do a doggy wedding, I'm up for that as well.
Me too, love them.
Yeah.
What was I going to say as well? Do you know, sometimes it can be a little bit too much if you want to concentrate on your special day, and there's other services out there as well. I've seen the amazing solo paws, they're fantastic, and they'll bring your dog along, your doggy chaperone, and take your wee dog away, look after them, which is great, and it just means they're there, part of it, but not you know, you're not worried about how they're getting on. And likewise, for the first time at a wedding recently, I saw some wedding nannies who were looking after the couple's child, but also some of the other guest children in between. So that was so special because the kids were completely part of it all, but also they were contained and happy and entertained.
Their moment.
Yeah, they do.
They get their moment, yeah.
I know, and it's so, there's lots of ways around it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's worth thinking about.
And I know we don't have that in the bag right now, but having things like, you know, toys and little tactile things with you on the day is actually a really nice way to keep them with the dog.
Definitely, and great things to have in a wee gift bag. I see that often on seats that are reserved for the children in the party, and they have got all sorts of wee fidgety toys and things to play with, quiet things to play with, which are great, and always a snack. Always having a snack as well, just to keep them occupied. So lots of ways to make things go smoothly, even with our gorgeous kids there or our beautiful furry friends. So I hope that's given you a wee bit of food for thought. And yeah, anything goes with us, as we say. We go with the flow. We're here to do what our couples want. So I hope that's been helpful today.